Starting to the bottom right of the map, we have on Way Station the third player for Denmark. After 2 Protoss players were defeated by Morrow, it is time for Bunny to make an appearance. I actually thought that he would be the player who starts as the second player, who goes up against Morrow right away in game number 2, just because his Terran versus Terran today in the Acer Team Story Cup match was already absolutely incredible. He took down 4GG, he was successful against Daishi and against of course Marine Lord in this particular matchup, but apparently Baby Knight was really eager to play the match against Morrow. In the end, it turned out though that the Protoss player was not able to defeat the Swedish player. All the way to the top left here we have Morrow, and let's see what he can do. He took down 2 Protoss players already, and he said himself that his Terran versus Terran is probably his worst matchup, that he's not really confident going into this game against Bunny. We had a little bit of trash talk between the 2 players. Morrow seems to have very firm opinions on the Terran versus Protoss matchup, and was jokingly saying that he should actually learn just a few builds for Protoss, a few cheese builds, and then play Protoss against Terran. And well, the admin asked him immediately, okay, so you want to play Protoss? And Morrow replied with like, no, I actually want to give Bunny a chance in the game. It is actually something that Morrow has done in the past. When he was playing a Zerg versus Zerg, while he was still playing Zerg, he chose Terran against fellow Zerg players because he didn't really like the mirror matchup there and wanted to go for a different one. He was one of the few players that were really changing things up a little bit. But right now, Bunny is the one who really wants to win this Terran versus Terran, and of course all the Danish fans out there, he's their hero. I mean, this guy played great games today already, amazing matches, and he's the one where everybody said, alright, Bunny's gonna win it for us. Bunny is gonna win it. The hopes for Baby Knight, they were high. Unfortunately for Denmark, he was not able to deliver. Might come back as the ace player if that comes into play, but now it's time for Bunny to show us what he can do. The Team Liquid player is now currently going straight in the orbital. We have gas taken. Morrow on the other end of the map is just now taking his gas. He's a little bit later with that than his opponent. The first Reaper is already on the way for Bunny, and Morrow himself doesn't get that right away. So SCV in the main base, having a quick look, trying to just find out really quickly what exactly is going on there, and the Reaper is going to put a stop to that. It's just gonna say, alright, listen buddy, you've been here for long enough, this is my base, get the fuck out of there. Moving out of there immediately, and let's get the command center into the game. Alright, Bunny so far with really good games in this particular day in the matchup. We have him with the second Reaper now also on the way, and of course with the command center that Morrow is getting to. Morrow not investing into Reapers, and he has the command center at the high ground. Bunny is going straight into the factory here. A little bit faster than Morrow, even without getting the Reapers. Morrow still doesn't have the gas as fast as his opponent. Bunny's refinery was just a little bit too fast here. So now it's time for the jump onto the... Ooh, that Reaper doesn't stand a chance. Bloop, goes down and does that weird spinny circle where apparently the jetpack develops a life on his own and then spins the Reaper around. Second Reaper heard the news and says like, well, I'm not gonna go in there, I'm just gonna sit at the Zalnaga watchtower. Bunny tells him, no dude, like you go in and you do scout now, and the Reaper says like, but I don't want to. And Bunny's like, I don't care, just go in, jump up that cliff and show me what's there. And the Reaper is like, dude, I wanna go home. And Bunny in the end is just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, you're just a big sissy, but in the end, like, take that Zalnaga watchtower and be happy there for a little bit. Starports taken out for both players. We have Widow Mines once again for Morrow, and apparently that Reaper in the end decided that he doesn't want to be a coward. He wants to be someone who actually achieves things. He wants to be a doer, and apparently changed his opinion again. This is really a Reaper that can't make up his mind, I feel. Like, this guy is very, very hesitant, and he needs to make a choice. Goes back again. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, dude, seriously, make a decision and just run with it. Like, moves in, sees a couple of Marines, and then moves back again. This Reaper, like, this is like, I don't know, like, this is like a flank, and this doesn't really happen. So he's changing his opinion like every 2 minutes. We have the Reaper, the Viking already being built, and this is Bunny just expecting Morrow to go straight into a drop again with the Widow Mines. And he's building he's building immediately missile turrets. Look at that. That's actually super awesome. He knows that Morrow... Oh, the Reaper finally jumping into the main base. That a boy. That a boy. Sees the Widow Mine. And you can really see that Bunny knows very well what kind of playstyle Morrow prefers. I mean, him getting the missile turrets already this early because he knows that he might need detection. Gets a kill! That Reaper! You see, that's exactly what you should have done in the first place, dude. But... yeah, well, died a hero's death. At least something. I mean, his wife is his widow right now, is gonna get at least a medal. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, madam, like, your husband died, and I'm sorry for the kids too. In the end, we don't care, but we give you this shitty medal so that you can remember him. And the wife's like sobbing in tears, like, oh, thank you, thank you. But in the end, the guy's dead, and all his kids will just like grow up as orphans, and it's a pretty sad story. But at least he made a decision in the end. So yeah, and like he made a choice. He's a man now. There comes the Viking. Well, the Medivac first of all, the Viking comes in there as well. And, well, Morrow, where are the afterburners? He will not be able to do too much here. At least he shouldn't be able to do too much because we are... Well, he might get the Viking. No, doesn't get it just yet. But suddenly that Medivac is trapped. The Medivac is trapped, and he knows very well where that Widowmine is positioned. Here comes the Medivac. Here goes the Medivac. And here the damage tanked. Yeah, well, this in the end works out quite well for Bunny. Takes down the Medivac, takes down the units. Can now also, of course, take down the Widowmine, something that he should do very soon. There is already vision granted. Resources lost in favor of the Danish player. And what's the harvest account by now? 37 against 41. A little bit better for Bunny as well. And starting to the top left, we have another command center now. But the same thing is also started for Bunny here. I mean, they are scanning each other. It's like a little bit like sniffing, like dogs sniffing their butts. This is just like having a big look there, testing the waters. What's going on? What are you doing? Like, yeah, I'm a third base on my own. Yeah, trying to just go for that. So right now we are with both of them going straight into a third base. We have the Blue Flame Hellion upgrade being researched for Bunny. And as it happens, Bunny actually also with double factory already. So we are going to see more and more mech style out of him. Whereas we see for Morrow the stim upgrade and the +1 attack upgrade, of course, as well. So I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to turn out when Bunny decides to move across the map. I mean, guys, this is really exciting. I mean, come on. We are in a best of 7. Morrow takes down 2 players, alright? It's Denmark versus Sweden. There's already a little bit of rivalry going on right there. Morrow with 2 wins, and Bunny with great TVT could not only take down Morrow, but a lot of people expect him to really go and take like 2 or even 3 wins. He himself is super confident in his ability to win a lot in this match. And everybody, like Denmark and Sweden, are currently watching this, and everybody is cheering for those 2 guys. And if Morrow gets another win here, can you imagine how that would be for Denmark? I mean, for the next year to the next Nations War, every single time a Danish player like appears at the tournament, people are gonna make fun of them and are gonna be like, yeah, guys, you play really well, but you know who won that Nations Cup match, right? I mean, every time we play football, for example, I still remember how Germany like kicked the ass in the last World Cup of England, like how we completely demolished them. And I'm not getting tired of telling everybody from the UK about it, because they deserve it, and we deserve it too. We accomplished that, and that's exactly what is on the line here. It's the pride that's on the line, and the Blue Flame Hellions run into the main base, and there we go, taking down a couple of harvesters already. And this is exactly the situation that we all want to see. We want to see action, we want to see blood and gore, we want to see them fight, and that's exactly what we are getting here. So I'm happy. We have a few harvesters killed already. How many? 10 versus 1. The harvester count is 58 versus 47. And we have 3 bases for both of them already. Another task force down here. This is Task Force Cobra, designed to take down Medivacs and incoming Banshees if they should appear on the map. Basically, all what they do is hang. But if something just flies their way, then they're gonna get like all fired up and BAM! Immediately taking down their opponents. So for now, we have, in terms of army supply, 66 versus 59. The harvester count is heavily in Bunny's favor on the other hand. The upgrades currently, Blue Flame is all that we have in the +1 attack upgrade. Talking about Blue Flame, haha, look at those Hellions. Yeah, they got shot. Nice move by Morrow. Well, dude, guys, hey, can you come out? Thank you, thank you, thank you. The SCV is starting to panic a little bit, like, dude, what are you doing? Like, hey, over there, back. What are you doing, guys? Like, there's still one left, it hurts. And yeah, so in the end, he's finally able to take that out, and that's of course awesome for Morrow. I like that move, by the way. That was pretty neatly done. Sees what's going on, bam, puts down the supply depots. Hellions can't pass through. That was a pretty sick move. I like that. So, having a quick look once again at the overall unit count here. We have, well, 5 Vikings that could take down the medivacs there. We have a couple of Marines, 6 siege tanks against 7 siege tanks against 3 by now. A few hellbats as well. Morrow is just a little bit indecisive what he should do. We have another drop over here trying to do damage with the blue flame hellbats. Apparently trying to move into that natural. What's up the natural for the defense? Well, there's amongst other things one missile turret. Apparently he's gonna YOLO it in! Yeah, he YOLOs them right into it, but those 2 hellbats, they got hit in the face with a banhammer and they got denied hard. So right now we have the Vikings already on the way. Oh! Whoa! That Raven got sniped. That got fucked like a cherry. I was hovering right there in the air and Morrow says thank you and kills it. So suddenly the resource is lost. That gap starts to really close pretty fast. Nice snipe on the Viking. Sorry, the medivac on the other hand. Really well done there. And, well, what do we have over here? The single Marine enjoying the scenery. That's the only explanation that can come up with why he's down there. Maybe his leg got hurt, like, oh, I know what happened. Like in the last battle, like one of the bolts hit his leg and he was like, no guys, it's okay, leave me alone, leave me alone. But that army is being left alone, the siege tanks are being left alone, Morrow is running away. It's the French move that we see there. And we have a lot of tanks just being taken down, so Morrow is suddenly losing even more resources there. The injured Marine all the way at the bottom is still there, like he's a hero, he's sacrificing himself for the greater good. He's basically just saying, guys, just leave me here, it's fine, and his comrades are like, no dude, no, we'll carry you back, like no, you're too slow, we're all gonna die, just leave me here, it's fine, just leave me. I'm gonna shoot 1 or 2 when they actually like come over here. No, the Marine is actually of course checking for another expansion, but what we have at the same time is Bunny just chasing Morrow around. And Morrow is a little bit faster because his bio army is pretty mobile, especially with those medivacs, but they are getting sniped, and suddenly it's bio against mech. And, well, it doesn't really look like Morrow should fight there, but he has another unit or another setup already over here, trying to take down the SCVs. He's killing quite a few of those. The harvest count of Bunny drops down to 59 against 72. Well, this is looking a little bit annoying. And that Marine, yeah, he's a hero. He has an injured leg and he's like dragging it behind him. It's like just like stumbling a little bit and staggering, but he still forces the command center back in field. It's awesome. And then 4 hellbats arrive and just duel him. And well, that's the end of it. That's the end of the story. It's a bit of a short story there, a very short story, and it's a sad story too. But like, there's some kind of moral there. I just don't know what it is. Another medivac already about to be sniped, and Bunny is moving cross map right now. They're both at nearly the same supply. Widowmines here and there, taking a couple of shots at the army. Really well done. And once more, Morrow moving in. Like, to be quite honest, I mean, this guy was talking about how horrible, how god-awful this Terran versus Terran is. For somebody who has a horrible Terran versus Terran, he's certainly giving Bunny a run for his money right now. Another siege tank snipe, another quick blink on the high ground, not a blink but a drop actually. The double Thor here is being attacked already, and look at those Marines, yes, they are out for blood. He's killing everything here. Morrow with 186 army supply, taking down another siege tank against the 170 of Bunny. He's taking down the add-ons there. The army moves in. The Viking count is insane for Bunny with the mech army, of course. But just look at Morrow, like he doesn't stop. He moves in. He stutter steps away from the hellbats. So much damage done. Morrow is 190 supply. The guy has 4 bases. He's completely wrecking the entire main base. And Bunny doesn't know what happens. Bunny is looking at this. He's getting beat everywhere. There's a punch in the stomach, another one in the face. His nose is already broken, like he has 2 blue eyes. And now his jaw is gonna fly apart as well. He goes for the counter aggression, catching a few forces right over here. The medivac. Wow, that is a really bad idea, Mr. Medivac. That's a very, very bad idea. But yeah, this base is like how much damage was just done right now. 12,000 resources lost against 11,000 resources. Morrow is moving in again, hitting that stiff button. Not quite. Army supply is actually at this point in Bunny's favor. And you know why? Because he YOLO'd those medivacs into the Vikings and they just went down immediately. Oh my god, this is getting pretty crazy. Oh, another sign. Like, these medivacs really paying off. These are completely paying off. This is crazy. And, well, we have the rest of the army just moving in right now. Morrow at 182 total supply, but his army supply is still the same as his opponent. Another base down here also by now for Bunny. Bunny definitely hasn't given up just yet. This is pretty tense. He's going for the base right over there. Where is Morrow? He's starting to attack down here at the bottom, taking down even more harvesters. He can take down this base with ease, I guess, but his own base was already sniped as well. And once again, with another force of Morrow moving in, trying to take down the siege tanks, moving back in the last second. What's the medevac count? 2 medivacs for Bunny, 7 medivacs for Morrow. He's taking down the command center here. He's claiming the victory at this particular battle, but can he win the war? That's the main question. Viking count at this point is 8 against 1. Here comes once again Morrow moving in against the siege tanks. The drop on top of the bio army with a blue flame hellbat, and Bunny drops down to 103 supply. What is the worker count? 58 against 38 in favor of Morrow. Oh wow, he's taking down the Vikings now. He's hitting Stim and doesn't get another one, but the Viking numbers are dwindling, and Morrow on the way to get 3. GG! Morrow with a 3-0. Morrow 3-0's Denmark. It's down to the ace player. He's done it. I can't believe it. Bunny with amazing TVT today, but in the end, it's Morrow. He is the victor, and he forces the ace player of Denmark out without a single point on the scoreboard for the Danish players.